Thank you.
Amazing. You are amazing.
Fuck, man. You're so fucking amazing. Thank you. Hey.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another Street Magic reaction video from yours truly, Josh Norbido. Thank you for your feedback on the last one. I really appreciate it and thought I would do it again, but I've gone for more of a juicy clip. I went back to last year when it was a more simpler time and you could do street magic. Now, this particular clip, we were out filming at around 1 a.m. So the reason it's juicier is because everyone is a lot more loose and there's a lot more unpredictable things happening, and I want to walk you through it because without me walking you through it, it would seem like a really random clip. So I want to explain what happens, what's going on in my head, and without any further ado, let's run the clip.
What's up? Did we see you earlier or no? Can I? Is that okay?
Oh boy, just look how many people are around here and like everyone's having fun. Now this particular group of girls, what happened was they saw us filming earlier, and it was one of those times where we didn't have to approach them. They just kind of seen us, they saw us again, they just kind of ran up. So they're pretty loose. Let me show what happens.
Right, lots of cards. Yeah. What's your name? Caitlin, nice to meet you. And food in your mouth, good. And
asking people's names is a really
Charlotte
easy way to get their attention.
Patricia, nice to meet you guys. So, lots of cards. Would you mind touching the back of any one of these for me? Good, this one. Okay. This one here? Okay, well, so I'll show you guys. Have a look, have a look, have a look.
So again, this is like a warm-up effect I'm doing just to see
now,
how they're
thing.
going to react.
Who have you known the longest? No, I'm asking you. Like, who have you known?
So I asked them who they've known the longest. It's just another simple trick. Same with asking people's names. If people care about their name, they want to tell you, so they'll focus. And then asking something like that, who have you known longer? Again, it makes it about them. It's not about me, because in this situation, there's so much going on. You can lose their attention in a second, which you'll see in a second. I do lose them, but for now, this is why I'm using these little tips.
Yeah. Okay, so do me a favor. Can you hold your hand out like this? So obviously 6, not your card, but with your help, we're going to take a random card from here and we're going to move it to your hand. Check it out.
Now, in that moment, it was great, right? She reacts. The magic happens in her hand, which I'm noticing, like that's the way I'm going to get people's attention in this environment, is stuff happening to them. But just talking about things being unpredictable, look what happens like the very next second, which takes away from the magic moment. It's just a funny thing. Watch.
I left my wallet at Rick's. We go outside and get it now.
So that girl just said, I just left my wallet at Rick's. Let's go and get it. So now I'm pointing to my screen, but you can't see this. So this girl right here is going to help her friend. She's like, yep, we better go get the wallet.
You better go get your wallet. Thank you.
You are amazing.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile,
Thank you for watching.
the girl that just played along,
Yeah.
you know, she had a really great
Doing some
experience,
magic?
but it was a weird moment for her because it just got cut short and she had to leave. So you let me run it back. You see her reacting and she's like, almost like, oh, I have to stop being in this moment. So look, let me go back just a little touch. So she reacts.
Check it out.
I left my wallet at Rick's.
Her friend's like, holy crap, I lost my wallet, which is more important.
You
Look
better
at
go
her and
get
she's
your
like,
wallet. Thank you.
You are amazing.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
it's kind of like
Thank you for
the
watching.
magic bubble has popped,
Yeah.
but she can't help.
Yeah.
So just as we finished that, the next group, much like these girls who had seen me earlier and then come to watch magic, there was a group of two guys that had just seen me performing to them. So now they're ready to see magic. So in this environment where people are drinking, partying and stuff, it's a great place to just go and rapid fire tons of magic because everyone can see people reacting to what you're doing. So of course they want to see what's going on as well. So we're just kind of bouncing from performance to performance here.
Hey guys, we're doing some magic. Can I show you guys? Is that okay? Yeah. Why not? So let's make sure we got it all here. 52.
My buddy on the left here is like mad
52.
mad
We missed
intoxicated,
one, but we got it. We got it.
he's like
All right,
a fun, he's like a happy
my friend,
drunk.
take a card out for me. Anyone you like. All right. We'll try. Have a look. Make sure you have a look at the card. You got it? Okay. Place it back. We'll keep this nice and simple. So, okay, so make sure you can still see it. Now, my job is to help you win. Okay. So
Now, I'm
the trick
kind of,
is
I'm
to
kind
show
of
you
trying to
if
like
you're in a casino,
rush through this.
I would help you guys. All right. So we'll leave the card
So I can
here.
keep their
Now, we
attention
know
just going
that
boom, boom, boom,
obviously,
boom.
Like this is not your card. By your reaction, probably not.
Now that guy's
But,
not
my friend,
reacting
hold your
much,
hand
so
out
I
like
try
this,
his
one
buddy
hand.
instead.
So if we don't get your card straight away, if I take another card like this, we can move it from here.
Now, when that guy just reacted to the card vanishing, I make a mental note because the same thing happened with the group before. They reacted to that card disappearing like that's the magic trick, you know?
To there. Have a look. Check it out. Yeah.
Now, what's funny is
Did
they
we get
react
it?
more to that than to me finding their card.
Check this out. Can you?
Because the guy dropped the card, it broke the moment. So once he picked up the card, he's like, yeah, that was the card. But it was kind of lost. So now I switch gears. I'm like, okay, they react when stuff happens in their hand and when it's visual. So let me just go for like the most visual thing happening on the hand that I can that can't be dropped on the floor.
Can you sign it for me so we know there's only one 10 of spades? Okay.
When a spectator can
Now
sign their
try-
card, it's always going to be
Okay,
10
of
times
spades.
more
10
powerful.
of spades, brilliant. Now what I'll do is I'll leave it in the middle, roughly, and can I use both your hands just for a second? Is that okay?
And I know this guy
Okay,
is
so we'll
the
try
most
this,
reactive, so I
okay,
want to get
so
him
we'll put this
reacting on
hand here, put
camera,
the other hand on
hence
top,
why I
on
use
top,
him
like
for this
like this,
piece.
like this. Okay, so can you name a number between 1 and 10? And I'm going to try to make your card end up in that spot.
Alright.
What do you want? What number?
7.
7. Okay, 7. So lift, just lift up this hand. Now watch the 7th.
And it's funny that he goes, oh, in that moment when I snap my fingers. Although nothing is happening, psychologically, that is when the magic moment's meant to happen. So I love to play on those moments and call them back. Like in their mind, they'll remember the card disappearing in that moment because that's when they swear they felt something. It's a really interesting thing in magic.
So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So he said
But the
7,
seventh
and I was
card
like, the 7th card
is
will be
actually
your card.
invisible. And what I do with
And
the
I'm
invisible
saying
card is I fold
becomes
it up
invisible.
like this, and I throw it in the air, and it lands underneath your watch. Check it out.
You got skills, dude. Fuck, man! You're so fucking amazing!
Thank you. Hey, that's for you.
Thanks, bro.
Souvenir, just for you.
I can keep it.
Yeah, of course. And thanks, thanks for playing. Have the best night.
So for him, maybe I can switch this up. Cool. So for him, that is the most magical thing I could do in that moment. It's a physical thing that you can just see happen. And obviously he's wearing a watch. So when I was performing to those two earlier, I clocked the watch mentally, funny pun. And I registered, okay, as a watch, I could use it. And that's something that we tend to do that's important is you look around at what spectators have on them that could be used to your advantage. Are they wearing a ring that you could use in a magic effect instead of using your own ring? Could you borrow a coin instead of using your own coin? Things like that. So he had the watch on, and that's why if the card can end up here, his signed card, in that environment, it would be perfect. So I felt like it was the right kind of choice. I think that's the end of the clip, but let me just double check here.
See you next time. Thanks.
Oh, we got to dance our way
All
up.
right, and that's a
Perfect.
wrap. We're going to go home, edit this, and we'll see you next time.
So what? Just a little sidebar as well. That night when we were filming, we had filmed for like an hour, and we were using a wireless Go microphone, which sits on you. And we had spent like the first hour of filming without actually turning on that microphone. So the reason why it's so late, and we were filming to these guys that are so in party mode, intoxicated now, is because we were so dedicated to getting content that we went back out again once we knew how to plug in the microphone. So that's why it was so late, and we were dealing with so many variables with alcohol related when we went out at that point in time. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your feedback. Street Magic is just always one of those things where it's just the perfect place to go out and test material. People don't know who you are. There's no expectations. So if something goes well or doesn't go well, they're probably not going to see you again unless you give them your business card. So you can just kind of like really rapid fire different effects. That particular night was easy. You could see how many people were there. Again, in a much simpler time when you could have that many people in an area, and we could just kind of dart between groups doing magic. So that is the takeaway from that is to really observe who's around you performing, what items they have, and say people's names to get their attention quickly. Ask them questions about their group to keep all of their attention at once. So with that said, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you think we should do more of these. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and see ya.